Hi everyone, how y'all doing today? This is Illa Lynn, and thank you for stopping by my channel, Everything Spiritual. Today I'm going to do my 2025 12-month in advance preview for the sign of Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius during this month of January. You are starting out, Sagittarius, with the overall energy of the Nordic rune Kinas. In the upright, it's about having vision, insight, creativity, that passion or burning desire to do things. In the reverse, it's about your creativity being blocked and you losing hope. So if this is during this month of January, the overall energy for you, Sagittarius, is that of one of losing hope, losing faith. Whatever you may have been hoping to happen, you have determined, or whatever you're hoping to happen, you may feel that it's not going to come to pass. You don't see a way. You see very few options that you can try to help your current situation. You may be in need of assistance and guidance with regards to some cleansing and healing. You may have gone through an experience that was very negative, that was very hopeful, and you may be having a hard time shaking that energy loose. So during the month of January, some of you Sagittariuses may have to do some type of spiritual cleansing, spiritual healing, cleansing of your aura. And as you go through the month, something that you wanted to have happen is not going to be allowed. And this could be due to you having your blocked creativity or that energy of negativity, hopelessness, or gloom and doom. Don't be tempted to do something that you're going to regret just because whatever it is that you were hoping to happen during the month of January isn't happening as fast or in the timeline that you feel it should. And this is important for some of you Sagittarius to hear, because some of you all are very stubborn, set in your ways, pig-headed, unwilling to change or listen. And this is coming from your ancestors, so it would be a good idea to humble yourself and allow another perspective other than your own during the month of January when you come to some things going on in your life to help you further along your path. Going into the month of February, Sagittarius, you're going to have the overall energy of the Nordic rune and Zeus. And this is dealing with spiritual wisdom, spiritual insight, receiving divine communication or divine guidance. You going through a feeling that something is lacking you going through the feeling that something is lacking in your life right now. You can't put your finger on it, but you don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel whole. You feel that something is missing from your life and it's interfering with your happiness. This feeling is going to cause you to become more aware of your feelings and make you more conscious, make you a more conscious person. You may become, as they call, more awoke about yourself, your spirituality, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, things that make you tick. Also, there's going to be some type of misunderstanding during the month of February, but you're going to be able to overcome this misunderstanding and restore peace and harmony in your life. And then you've got some news on the way for something that you really have a great passion about, something that you may have been waiting to hear. You could have been waiting for this news a very long time, but during the month of February, you're going to receive that news that you have been wanting to hear about. Going into the month of March, Sag, you have the overall energy of the Nordic ruin Sowilo. This ruin is in the reverse. In the upright, it means sunlight, authority, taking action, creative action, positivity, and good health. In the reverse, it's an energy of punishment, of possibly not doing well, feeling well, vengeful energy, a feeling of danger. You may make a decision through being vengeful, through being revengeful, through being hateful. You may go out of your way to make a decision to hurt someone or to cause someone some type of harm, and that may come back on you in a ways that you may not be expecting. There's other news, Sagittarius, and you may have a lot going on in your life, but during the month of March, you're going to continue to wait for some type of news. And this news could have something to do with you being accused of something. This news could have something that can prove someone wrong who may have accused you of some type of abuse or harm or excessive punishment. Also, don't let your bad habits interfere with you getting a raise in your job, in your profession. Do not let your negative thinking, do not let your pride or your ego, don't become lazy or lose your promptness with just arriving to work on time. You have something important on the horizon in your job. Do not let your negative thinking, behavior, attitude interfere with your success. And also during this time, you may feel that you need to go through some type of a cleansing, some type of a healing, a mental journey, a spiritual journey. You want to do something that's going to change your life. You've thought about this, your intuition, your subconscious is urging you to take some time and cleanse. Take some time to go on some type of journey, some type of healing journey, a mental healing, a spiritual healing, a physical cleansing. And in doing so, you're going to feel better and end up better off than you were before you did the cleansing. Going into the month of April, Sagittarius, you're going to have the overall energy of the Nordic rune Othela. And in the upright position, it's dealing with family, inheritance, culture. It's dealing with family, your family culture, your family traditions, inheritance, traits that you have gotten from your family, your ancestors. But in the reverse, it's dealing with someone who is very judgmental, who's very disgruntled, maybe someone who likes to argue and fight and always end up being right in their mind. This is dealing with someone who's very hostile and suspicious and who's very narrow-minded. That's the overall energy going into the month of April. And you may have a friend who you worked with, possibly in a factory or some type of warehouse or plant that you became really good friends with. That person is thinking of you. And also during this time, you're advised to abstain from sexual activity, or at least not let it consume you. You're being asked to make a sacrifice because you have too much concern with sexual matters or things pertaining to sexual activities. And there's going to be an unsuccessful outcome to a problem, and that's going to cause you a lot of emotional stress and turmoil and anxiety. Going into the month of May, Sagittarius, you're going to have the overall energy of the Nordic rune word. And this rune is associated with the unknown. It's associated with not knowing exactly what's going to take place, not knowing what your future holds. It's associated with your fate. During the month of May, some of you all are going to need some guidance when it comes to money matters. You may find yourself overspending or spending money that you do not have, or dipping into monies that you shouldn't have, or gambling your money away. And you're going to need someone outside of yourself to show you the way, someone outside of yourself to stop you from that destruction or destructive behavior. And then during this time, you're going to have a lackadaisical, childish attitude towards your work. Now is not the time for you to slack up on your work behavior, how you conduct yourself on the job. Continue to be prompt, on time, not taking off an excessive amount of days off. Continue to put your professional image forward, or put your best foot forward when it comes to your work. And someone could be watching you also during this time. And as a result of you going through some type of disastrous, horrific, terrible experience, the positive thing is that a change for the better is coming, or a change for the better is a result of you having to experience something that was very unpleasant or uncomfortable. Going into the month of June, Sagittarius, you're going to have the overall energy of the Nordic rune Perthro. And this is about having fun, indulging in fun things, indulging in things that you enjoy, things that give you pleasure, things that make you happy. Also during this time, you may find yourself multitasking. You may find yourself overwhelmed because you've spread yourself thin. You're committed to too many things, and it's causing you to have a sense of unhappiness or uneasement, or a sense that you may be falling apart because you're spread too thin. As a result of that, your faith, your spirituality is going to increase, because you're going to finally look within to overcome this feeling of being dissatisfied with your life. And then you have a very strong desire to go on a vacation. You could possibly be gathering your resources together and figuring out the best time to take off or to plan to go on a vacation. But you definitely have a vacation in your future, Sagittarius. Going into the month of July, Sagittarius, you're going to have the overall energy of the Nordic rune Algis, and the upright position. It is referring to protection, having support, defending yourself, controlling your power so that you can protect yourself. And the reverse, it's about it's about making bad decisions, overkill, doing things that go above and beyond, annoying those around you, having an attitude of lack and disgust. having an attitude of going and doing without, having an attitude of denying yourself the simple pleasures of life. Something's going to happen that causes you to have an increase in your material wealth, or this could also be an increase in your spiritual growth. Something disgusting is going to happen. You may win money or inherited some material gains or abundance in a sleazy way or from some dishonest means of some sort. Or going through the act itself could cause you to want to change your life around and become more spiritually sound. During the month of July, you will have happiness, well-being, peace, and tranquility. You will feel like you're very protected. Now, at the same time, you may be the one who's behaving very undependable and insincere. You may come across very carefree and easygoing and non-committal when it comes to things that people may ask or want you to do. Sagittarius, going into the month of August, we have the overall energy of the Nordic rune Dagaz. In the upright position, it's associated with growth, balance, and completing cycles. In the reverse, it's dealing with endings, having limitations, fear, darkness. So going into the month of August, some of you Sagittarius are going to have a feeling of maybe giving up, walking away, having a feeling of wanting to start over. And you're also going to have very limited thinking. You're going to not believe that you can do and accomplish the things that you can. You're going to block yourself from advancement with your limited thinking. Some of you all may be experiencing some fear of maybe being locked up for something that you've done in the past. And you have that overall feeling of fear that you may be getting locked up for something going into the month of August. You may have a meeting with someone who's going to make a positive impact in your life. This person is going to make a positive change. They may also be able to influence you to be more positive and to accept help where you have your shortcomings instead of wallowing in that feeling or emotion. You may be coming out of a period of illness of some sort, mild or major, and you're going to get better during the month of August. And you're going to realize that as you continue to advance and improve your lifestyle or your circumstances, that you're going to leave some people behind. Everyone is not going to be able to grow and go with you as you continue to advance and improve your circumstances. Sagittarius, going into the month of September, you're going to have the overall energy of the Nordic rune Enges. And in the upright position, this is about mankind, relationships, interacting with others, love, sexuality, and just being successful and a stable-minded person. And the reverse, you have stress. You're dependent on others. You can't stand on your own. And you will use people to get ahead. You'll become a social climber. So you will try to keep up with the Joneses, as they say, and step over people just so you can have a certain status, a certain social status, to be looked up to in a certain way through your status, your social status in life. there's going to be something in your life that you totally despise, or that you totally dislike. And although you have that strong, passionate feeling, you'll be protected. It's as if you don't like something or a situation, or maybe a trait or something that someone has. But although you have a strong dislike for that person, and they may be not a good person, because you have emotions of hate toward that person, no harm is going to come to you. So nothing that is beyond your control will try and harm you, or you will not be harmed from things that are beyond your control. And you're also going to have a very solid foundation as you continue to climb the ladder towards success. And all of these things that you're doing now, it helps you to overcome this overall energy of toil and stress because you've put in the work. You have the protection. You're continuing to climb the ladder towards success, and this is not stopping you. It may slow you down, but it's not stopping you because you have a strong foundation. And you are confident. You have the peace of mind knowing that you're going to be taken care of in difficult times because you're protected. We have the overall energy of the Nordic rune Wunjo, and you have hope. You've overcome a lot of negative energy that has been thrown your way. Now you're in a position to experience joy, happiness, vitality. You're reaping the benefits from your hard work. And that can be mentally or physically. This is going to be a time where you're going to be very active in family affairs. You're going to have a very strong communication going with your family. You're going to be getting along with your family on a whole. And whatever omens or bad luck that you may have had in the past, you're going to have good luck. It doesn't matter. Whatever happens, you're going to land on your feet, or you're going to have good that happens to you as a result. And you're continuing to clean up your act. You're continuing to pull yourself together and to become the best version of yourself. And the more you continue on the path that you're on, the quicker you're going to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. All right, going into the month of November, Sagittarius, you're going to have the overall energy of the Nordic rune Thurisaz. And this is dealing with anger, violence. Someone has wronged you. You want to get back at them. You want to inflict pain, violence on someone who has made you angry. Now, also during this time, you have a relationship with someone of the same sex who's going to become more stable, more solid. And also during this time, be aware of greed. You may experience a period of good fortune, but be aware of taking or wanting more than your share, more than you're supposed to have, or more than you may deserve. And this may be a result of this a windfall or an opportunity. Something that you've wanted is going to come your way. You're going to have an opportunity for you to receive abundance or prosperity of some sort. And this may be a time for you to take this windfall and use it to make plans for the future, to better yourself, to better your overall circumstances. You're going to end the year on a very, very high note. You're going to have gone through a period of rebirth, a period of transformation. Maybe you have started your spiritual journey during 2025 and you have a deeper connection with the universe, with spirit, with God, you've done something that has caused you to be a much better version of yourself. Be careful in your business dealings. If you're someone who's in a position where you have a business dealings, if you work in corporate, because someone is going to stab you in the back. Someone is going to deceive you in your business or something pertaining to a business or related to business in general. And then you're going to have an event that is going to be really exciting. And this event is something that is going to help you grow more spiritually. It's going to give you a more solid foundation and allow you to be able to reach new heights in life. And then also something that you really enjoy doing that brings you great passion is also going to be able to bring you some financial stability as you leave 2025 and going into 2026. So Sagittarius, this has been your 12-month in advance reading. I hope you have a blessed and prosperous new year. And until the next time, namaste.